Hi, Natasha Tessier here, Dwell Realty and Design. Welcome to my channel. Please hit the subscribe button below. Anything and everything to do with living in the city of Houston, specifically the suburbs. Although we're kind of branching out, we've got agents in Sugar Land, downtown Houston inside the Loop, all those places. So anyway, today I wanted to talk about what does it cost to buy a house in Houston, Texas. Hi there, I'm Natasha Tessier. Thanks for tuning in. Welcome to my channel. If you ever need to get a hold of me, please reach out. I'll leave all the ways to contact me at the end of this video. So today, just got the kids out the door to school, all three of them different. I have three kids, two in high school, one in elementary, but we've got like football at 6 a.m. and then the next one and the next one. So anyway, I'm here ready to record another video. Today, I'm gonna talk about what it costs to live in the city of Houston. And I thought what I would do is pick out, just in 2021, several homes that I've sold. I sold 62 total, which is crazy. We have an awesome team. We're very responsive. And that was just me. But when I say team, like my assistant, Megan, who does all my transactions. And then I have some showing assistants that show houses for me, because I can't obviously do all of it. But you talk to me and you communicate with me. So anyway, today I'm gonna just start high end to low end, talk about tax rates, how much land you get, location, all that stuff. So here we go. The first one is gonna be 21 Willow Creek Ranch Road. This was a $2.5 million property that I sold this year, or 2021. And it is 6,300 square feet, built in 2014, a 4-car garage on 4 acres in Willow Creek Ranch. Now, if you're not familiar with Willow Creek Ranch and you're looking for luxury, it is amazing. It's in the heart of Tomball, great location in between kind of the woodlands, closer to Houston than Montgomery. Gorgeous 1 acre to 7 acre lots, mostly 1 to 4. And this was a horse property. In order to have horses on your property in there, you have to have 4 acres. However, there's stables in the back, and they are state-of-the-art stables, and they have 10 miles of trails around the neighborhood. I used to live in there. There's a 42 acre lake, there's a beach. It's amazing. And I have several videos. I have 2 houses listed in there. We just listed one this week. So if you're looking for luxury, this is the place to go. The tax rate is 2.8. It is gated. And again, this particular house, it was stunning. It was a Southern Living classic home. And it had the 4 acres, the barn, 4 bedrooms, 4.5 bathrooms. I mean, everything you'd ever want in a home. $2.5 million. Okay. So now I'm gonna go down, and this next one is 26183 Century Oaks Boulevard. And that one went for 1.1 million. So quite a bit less than the other one, obviously. Now, Century Oaks is in a town called Hockley. And my buyers actually moved from Willow Creek to there. A little bit, also a gated community, Century Oaks, a little bit more country living in Hockley. And the tax rate is actually 2.0. So Willow Creek was 2.8, the tax rate's 2.0. Very similar size house though. It was 6,300 square feet, 4 bedroom, 5 bath, 4 acres. So that tells you that 2 different neighborhoods, depending on, where you are, is what you can kind of get. Now, that one was an older home. Can't remember the year it was built, early, maybe 10 years old or something if I had to guess. Maybe 15, but so it needed a little bit of updating, but it was gorgeous, and 1.1 million. Okay, so now we're gonna drop down to like the 700,000 range. So I just sold in December of 2021, 142 Quail Ridge. Okay, so you guys hear me talk all the time about Wood Forest. It's where I live, it's this house right here. We are going to be selling our house this summer, and just little plug here, it's 4,400 square feet. It's on a 1/2 acre in Wood Forest, but we are requiring a lease back because we're building. So we're gonna sell it lease it back till our house is built, and then move in. So anyway, Wood Forest is amazing. This house, 142 Quail Ridge Place, went for $690,000. It was almost 5,000 square feet, 5 bedroom, 4.5 bath, smaller lot. It was 11, like a quarter, not quite quarter of an acre, with a 3-car garage. Tax rate in here is 2.8. Schools are very highly rated. This home was built, I believe, also in 14, so a little bit older, but all of Wood Forest is like 2010 or newer. You've seen me talk about Wood Forest. There are coffee shops. Wister's Bar and Grill just opened. There's the grocery store, Harvest Market. There's Crust Pizza on the corner. People are in their golf carts everywhere. You can pretty much, in this neighborhood, 350 is getting hard. I would say closer to 400, all the way over to $1 million. There's all different sections and land and all that stuff. Okay, so then we're gonna go down a little bit. So that was close to 700, 690. Now I'm gonna go to 11345 Lake Oak Drive in Montgomery. So there's several lakefront communities. I've mentioned them before. This one is in Grand Harbor, and the tax rate is 1.86. So as you get out to Walden and Grand Harbor and those places, your tax rate goes down even further. It is a gated, manned gate community, so that's cool because it's not just a gate that people can follow each other in on. It is completely gated, manned gate 24/7. This one at Lake Oak was sold for $595. It was a 4-bedroom, 4-bath, and it was just over an acre with 3-car garage, again in Grand Harbor, 4,000 square feet, built in 2006. So just, again, a little bit more land and a little more space and better taxes. You guys can go into the HAR app and see the schools. If you're looking, 105 north is Montgomery, 105 south is Lake Creek, Montgomery High School, Lake Creek High School. So the Wood Forest feeds Lake Creek. All those in Walden and Grand Harbor feed Montgomery, the older high school. Okay, so then I'm gonna go down a little bit. So Jacob's Reserve, this house is 1002 Summer Holly. It's in Jacob's Reserve. I just sold it in December as well. It went for $575,000, 4-bedroom, 3.5 bath, 3,700 square foot house on a 9,000 square foot lot. So these are much smaller kind of neighborhood lots. It is zoned to the Woodlands College Park, all the kind of Conroe Woodlands High School. All the schools have A's as well there. And the tax rate is 2.8. It was built in 2012. So that kind of tells you, what you can get. And that is kind of right at 1488 and 45. There is Jacob's Reserve. I'm also gonna talk about Carriage Hills back there, which actually leads me to my next house. Okay, so 2428 Ripplewood Drive is 4-bedroom, 2.5 bath in a neighborhood called Carriage Hills. So it used to be that Carriage Hills was an acreage community and it was really far out and everybody thought it was really far away. Now the city keeps growing out. They have a 1.9 tax rate, which is probably the lowest tax rate you're gonna find close to the city. And it's crazy. Jacob's Reserve and Carriage Hills are right next to each other, but Carriage Hills is the Woodlands High School and Jacob's Reserve is the College Park, the Woodlands College Park High School. It was a quarter of an acre, 3,200 square feet, built in 1998. So a little bit older in Carriage Hills, older homes, but acreage community and low tax rate and close to the city. It's a very popular, hard neighborhood to get into, but it's a good one. So the next one I'm gonna talk about is gonna be further in, kind of closer to the Spring area. This is gonna be inside 99. So this one is 5310 Woodville, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,500 square feet. It sold for $310,000. So I just sold it. Older home, again, it was built in 78. Tax rate is 2.3 there and a 9,300 square foot lot. So if you're looking at this house, it was an investor that remodeled it. My clients were first time home buyers and they came in and bought it for $310,000. And it had pretty much all new stuff in it. For the most part, the roof was the only thing that needed to eventually be replaced, but it was in great shape, but definitely an older home. But again, only $310,000 with a pretty decent 2.3 tax rate. Okay. So my last home to go through is 12411 Brightwood. This is back out in Walden. So remember I said lakefront communities. So it's in Walden. Walden is very affordable. If you are considering, or your parents are considering retiring, I would consider Walden or Grand Harbor because the tax rate there is 2.2, so it's really low. And Walden is pretty affordable. Grand Harbor is going to be more expensive. But this house, that's 12411 Brightwood, was sold for $285,000. It's a 1-story, 1,800 square feet, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, and it was built in 2003. So Walden is, early 2000s, and they're still building in there. There's still some land and still some construction going on in Walden. It's a cool lakefront community. They have a club on the water with a pool, and you can go in there and you can order burgers and margaritas, and it's a pretty cool lakefront community. So of course this lot was small. It was 7,800 square foot lot with a 2-car garage. So a smaller house, but again, $285,000. So with that 2.2 tax rate. That's all my notes. That's a lot to spit out. But anyway, everybody kind of asks me, what does it cost? Things to think about, obviously, is the price, the tax rate, and then I didn't go over all of those HOA fees. They're different for every neighborhood. I did have a couple last night ask, kind of confused. We call it maintenance fee or HOA fee. Those are annual. So if you're seeing $400 or $1,200, that's annual. That's not monthly. So I think Walden is $400. I know Wood Forest is $1,275, about $100 a month. And then, usually the more amenities they have, the higher the HOA. Also, the gated communities are going to be a little bit higher because they're in charge of their own roads once they gate it off. And then obviously a manned gate is going to be higher because you have to pay, for that person to be at the gate 24/7. So those are things to think about. Think about the house, how old it is, the tax rate, and all that good stuff. So I hope this helps. What it costs to buy a house here in Houston. As always, reach out anytime. My cell phone is listed below. Houston Realtor Natasha on TikTok and Instagram. Natasha Tessier on Facebook. If I don't answer, it probably went to an other folder because I'm pretty responsive to my clients. We are working on getting a Google Sheet that we will list down below that will help kind of get you set up with a Zoom on our calendar. And then, once you book your trip, we put it on our calendar, and then me or one of my showing assistants shows you houses, and then we kind of go from there. So anyway, I hope this helps, and I hope you guys have a blessed day.